Welcome, agents. Today we step away from all of the news, gossip and bad practices surrounding the Division 2 and instead look at something a lot more positive and in-depth, and that's the Dark Zone perks. Now these were all revealed in the private beta, but I have been given a pretty awesome looking image or graphic that breaks down all of these, and then another that breaks them down into their PVE and PVP applications. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe for dedicated Division content, and with that said, let's do this. Okay, so take a look at this. This has to be one of the coolest things I've seen that clearly demonstrates what Dark Zone perks you get, what they are, and at what level. Now this graphic and the other one I will show you in this video come courtesy of the Division Academy, who sent this to me privately on Twitter and has since been shared publicly. Now I'd highly recommend you follow them on Twitter. They're a multimedia, multi-platform training, development and information program for agents of all abilities in the Division and the Division 2. I will leave their Twitter page in the description of this video. Now, you've had a good look at this, so let's break it down layer by layer. Now, if any of you sub to Thunder, you'll know that reference. Okay, so let's start off with perks from level 1 to level 4. It's important to note as we go through these that you're only able to pick one perk per tier, and that's likely to depend on whether you play the Dark Zone for PvP or PvE, or you kind of play it for both and you want to get the best of both. So levels 1 to 4. So tier 1 is unlocked at level 1 and it's called bag space, and it grants one additional contaminated item inventory slot. Now there is only one perk for level 1, so this is unlocked for everyone. It's pretty self-explanatory, and there is a couple of those amongst all of the tiers. Now tier 2 is unlocked at level 5 and there are 3 perks to choose from here, so choose wisely. The first one's called Terminator. It gives you an extra 25% increased Dark Zone experience for eliminating other players. Then we've got Sightseeing, which gives you 25% increased Dark Zone experience from clearing landmarks. You're kind of getting a gist of where we're going with this. Lastly, in tier 2, we've got Breaking the Law, which gives you 25% Dark Zone experience for surviving a rogue timer. Now, you can probably see sort of the general theme here, where we have a clear PvE perk in Sightseeing and then PvP perks in Terminator and Breaking the Law. Now tier 3, unlocked at level 10, only has one perk, so it's for everyone, and it's called Daily Winner, which gives you daily rewards from the Dark Zone Safe House. Again, self-explanatory like all of the perks and available to everyone. Tier 4 is unlocked at level 15 and has 2 perks. The first is a very common perk called Sleight of Hand, just a little bit of a variation, and it gives you a 10% reduction in time to complete rogue actions. I assume this means rogue actions like cutting an extraction rope or maybe opening chests without a key, for example. And then we've got Bounce Back, which reduces your rogue cooldown by 10%. So this will be your rogue timer being reduced by 10%. Again, pretty self-explanatory. So that's the first sort of 15 levels. So let's move on to the next 20 levels up to level, it would be level 35. Tier 5, unlocked at level 20 for everyone, is called Keeper, and it gives you a 50% chance to automatically secure one dropped contaminated item on death. Tier 6, unlocked at level 25, has 3 options to choose from, like the tier 2 perks. First up, we have Keymaster, which gives you a 25% chance to acquire DZ keys from loot crates in the Dark Zone. And this could be very important if the private beta is anything to go by, because I didn't actually come across many keys myself in the Dark Zone in the beta, so always had to actually go rogue to open up a crate, so hopefully this will help a lot. Next perk, called Explosions, gives you a 25% chance to acquire grenades from loot crates. Let's hope people don't get too lucky with this, so we're going to go back to the grenade spam from the Division. Lastly, for tier 6, we have Medic, giving you a 25% chance to acquire armor kits from loot crates. Tier 7, unlocked at level 30, has 2 perks to choose from. The first one's called Vanish and reduces nameplate visibility to other agents whilst you are rogue. Now this perk is for anyone who likes to go rogue, obviously, as it will reduce the visibility of your nameplate and actually would pair really well with Sightseeing, which is in tier 2. Now these are clearly rogue perks. So lastly for tier 7, and we've got X-Ray Eyes, which is basically the opposite, increasing the range in detecting rogue nameplates. Now this is clearly a perk you want if you're a rogue hunter or you're trying to stay away from rogues. Tier 8, unlocked at level 35, is for everyone and is called More Loot. The more loot the better, and it gives additional rewards for completing Dark Zone alerts and clearing landmarks. Now let's hope these additional rewards are not early access or temporary. Sorry, I just kind of had to put that in there. Let's move on to the last 10 levels from levels 40 to levels 50. Tier 9 unlocked at DZ level 40, and we've got 2 perks to choose from here. The first is a double day winner and grants you additional data rewards from the Dark Zone safe house. And then we've got no honor, and that grants daily rewards available in the Thieves' Den. Again, we've clearly got both PvE and PvP covered here. Tier 10 unlocked at level 45 has 1 perk for everyone, and it's called Keep It Clean, and it gives you a 10% increased chance for a contaminated item to drop. Tier 11 unlocked at level 50, and the final set of perks, and there are 4 to choose from. So firstly, we've got Get to the Chopper. That's like probably the worst Arnie impression I've ever done. I don't know why I did that. And this gives you a 25% faster extraction arrival time. Next is Can't Catch Me, giving you a 25% faster manhunt bounty clearing. And then we've got On Your Feet Soldier, which gives you a 25% faster revive of other SHG agents. Lastly, there is the Dark Deeds perk, and this gives you 25% increased Thieves' Den triangulation added from rogue actions. Now, your last choice, obviously, out of the 4 will likely determine what sort of Dark Zone player you are, and I imagine it would sort of be everything leading up to that you would clearly know what you're going to pick for the last one, basically. So my only real concern with this sort of thing is that the devs have confirmed that you'll only be able to unlock a single perk per tier, meaning if you commit to a certain perk, you can't then change your mind, which doesn't... I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like to go into personally, I like to go into the Dark Zone for PvP, so I'll make sure I pick perks for PvP, but sometimes, like most people, I also like to PvE, meaning I'm not going to get the benefit of those DZ perks. And I'm not too sure how I feel about that. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, so we've gone through all of the perks. Now let's take a look at the perks you will need to combine for PvE, PvP, or a mixture of both with another graphic from the Division Academy. Now let's start with players who want to farm PvE content in the Dark Zone. Now I've gone over all of these perks before, so I've cut the graphic down into each part so you can see the combinations. PvE, we've got Sightseeing, Keymaster, X-Ray Eyes, More Loot, On Your Feet Soldier, and Get to the Chopper. I'm just going to say it properly, Get to the Chopper. I don't know why I did that again. Like I said before, ignore the More Loot perk, as this is for everyone anyway, along with the Bag Space perk. But the rest of the perks you'll see are purely going to be for Dark Zone for PvE. You could quite possibly put X-Ray Eyes into both PvE and PvP, because it would help in hunting rogues, but it also helps you stay away from rogues. So that could quite possibly fit into both here. Moving on to the Dark Zone PvP perks you want to combine, we've got Breaking the Law, Terminator, Sleight of Hand, Bounce Back, Vanish, No Honor, Can't Catch Me, and Dark Deeds. Now, as I said before, you can only choose 1 perk per tier, and here you can see sort of 2 perks for tier 7 and 2 perks for tier 11. You will have to decide what's more important to you and what sort of PvP player you are. For example, tier 11 has Can't Catch Me and Dark Deeds. If you solo Dark Zone, you are likely going to get more use out of Dark Deeds, but if you run in a well-organised group, then you'll likely get more benefit out of Can't Catch Me. The same for tier 4. Would you prefer a 10% reduction in time to complete rogue actions, or a 10% decrease in your rogue timer? These decisions will dictate how you play the Dark Zone and what you intend to do, what sort of player you are. Last but not least, we've got the Universal Perks that are suited to both playstyles. We've got Daily Winner, Keeper, Explosions, Medic, Double Daily Winner, and Keep It Clean. Now, if you want a good balance, you'll likely pick a mixture of PvE perks and PvP along with these Universal Perks to get your perk loadout. I have to say, if there wasn't already a billion ways to play this game with the endless gear, talent combinations, and weapon loadouts, this just adds another level to that and really allows you to choose what playstyle you want, and you're going to be rewarded for it. It's a big step up from the Dark Zone in the Division, I can tell you that. What do you think about all of these perks? The way I see it is, the more the merrier. If I can customize my playstyle in such a way that it is unique to me because there are so many options, I think that has to be a good thing. These perks clearly incentivize both PvE and PvP players to spend more time in the Dark Zone ranking up so they can reap the rewards, and I really like that for PvP at least they thought about both types of players. The players who hunt rogue agents and the players who like to go rogue and hunt non-rogue agents. I really feel like the devs have thought of everything, and because the Dark Zone is an endgame activity, they very clearly want people to level up and get rewards for doing so. Like I said before, my only concern is the 1 perk per tier system, because that was news to me when making this video, and I'm not sure how the community will feel about that. it likely means you will have to make more than one character if you want to get the benefits from both PVE and PvP. And I think it would be better that you can sort of pre-select your perks before entering the Dark Zone, and these can be changed whenever you want. If you go into a checkpoint, into a safe house, for example. That way, if you decide to not PvE anymore and you want to say PvP, you only have to go into a safe house or a checkpoint instead of making a whole new character. That's just my opinion. There you go, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I haven't done an in-depth video like this for some time, and I hope it wasn't too monotonous. If you did enjoy this type of video, though, more analytical and more in-depth, please leave a comment down below so I can figure out if this is something I need to do more often. With that said, I hope you're all enjoying the technical beta or technical test if you're playing it. And thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, Epic out.